Okay, I think we're live now. Let me just copy paste the link in chat. And am I live? You guys can check the
You are
stream.
live.
Okay, wonderful. So
The stream is live.
like I said, we're doing what GP is it again? I forgot. GP Kinshasa.
Kinshasa.
Yes,
Okay.
Kinshasa.
All right, Decklist stream time. So without further ado, let's start going to the decks, I guess.
Sounds good.
I mean, Purple, do you have anything to say about the meta before we start?
I mean, it's definitely Pangshao is a very powerful set. I think most of the cards that people have been looking at have been in Pangshao.
God, I need to...
Ninja and Bloom has like some neat stuff, but is definitely less powerful than Pangshao is in general. So I'm expecting a lot more Pangshao cards than Ninja and Bloom cards.
Yeah, I agree with that. Most of what I've seen from Panshao has been stronger than what I've seen from Nangjiao. With those,
like it's almost to the point that like the opposite, where there's a lot of cool cards in Nangjiao that like are just slightly too underpowered, where there's a lot of cards in Panshao that are slightly too overpowered, so they're like less interesting to me, which is weird. But
so anyways, yeah. Is there anyone in chat? Because I'm trying to get chat to work on OBS and it's not linking anything. Or is there just nobody in chat right now?
there's no. I'm gonna type something.
Yeah. Hey guys, get in the stream.
so I think we can probably start on the first.
Okay, yeah, let's start. How many people are in the stream right now? Whatever. Yeah, let's start. So first up, Styles Thunder Roads.
And so it looks like a kind of traditional Thunder Roads deck, although it's got Spirit Script synergy in the form of Diffuse and Sea Cash. So not a usual Thunder Roads list, I guess. More of a Spirit Script deck.
The Tropic Thunder, you mean? It's more of a Tropic Thunder style list? Or actually, what's Tropic Thunder even defined by? Is it by the Spirit Script package or by something else?
It's usually more defined by like the Cane Dancer stuff.
I see.
The usual Cane Dancer suspects.
Okay.
As opposed to Spirit Scripts.
So like, are we going to talk about the most interesting thing with this deck, which is a new card?
Mm-hmm.
So Zulong is cool. I think there's a lot of scenarios where you can play turn 5 Zulong and just win the game. I don't actually know if this deck can do that though.
What do you mean? I mean, you have all the colors, right? Oh, actually, right. Yeah. We forgot to talk about the Rainbow Lands got nerfed.
Oh, yeah, true. This deck is hurt by the Rainbow Lands. I actually played against Styles earlier today, and they had Fractured Reaches in. They no longer have Fractured Reach in their deck.
How badly did they how badly did they lose life to Fractured Reach?
Well, not too badly, but I think it's more so that it doesn't tap for Zulong well.
Okay.
Because Zulong is a source of speed.
I'm not sure how good this deck is at just like slamming Zulong and then winning on that turn, because like your best play is
like Unceasing Flames a couple times.
Yeah, like Unceasing Flames or 4 copies of Roads, which are like
just good, but not that much better than what you're already doing.
Yeah.
I think the problem there is just like by the time Zulong comes down, I wins, but that's they have to be 100% guaranteed, I think, to be worth it over just more value cards.
You can Zulong and then Sea Cash and draw like 8 cards, and that would be pretty fun.
Well,
fun, but
yeah.
But that's only if you could also Sea Cash and draw 4 cards normally, which is 4 cards is a lot of cards. So
how do you draw 4 cards with Sea Cash?
Have a lot of Sea Cashes in your graveyard.
Yeah.
Spirit Scripts.
Oh, right, I guess.
I think generally Sea Cash package is kind of outdated at this point with Ready for Anything. And just more powerful cards in general.
Yeah.
It's like not bad, but it's not super good either, in my opinion.
Anyways, I'm gonna give it 2 Chili Peppers because I don't like Thunder Road stacks. They're boring.
I think Zulong as a card is definitely interesting. I don't know if this is the package that belongs around it.
Yeah. Okay, so
I'm giving this 3 peppers for having an interesting idea that a lot of people are taking a crack at, but I don't think this is the direction it wants to go.
Interesting idea. This is literally just Thunder Road with oh god. So do I pronounce this guy the same way that you guys are pronouncing it? Do I pronounce it the Chinese way?
What's the Mandarin pronunciation?
It's probably something like Zhulong.
Zhulong?
Yeah, that's probably how it'd be pronounced.
Yeah.
Me and all my 3 semesters of Chinese.
Hey,
I can't pronounce it, but I know it sounds right.
I'm not
roughly.
great at remembering the Chinese consonants, but I can pick it up if you start doing it.
Okay, just pronounce it Ju instead of Zoo. Okay, like there's a ZH there. it's not ZU.
Yeah, I know. Like QI is key. I think.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. Anyways, we've spent too long on that deck. Let's move on. What are people in the
I'm
comments
gonna
saying?
It's Tropic Thunder, but Drew instead of Coralite Court.
Okay. Anyways,
Yeah.
Asti. Yeah. Wait, what's that?
I'm giving this.
What is weird? Because
giving
like
this-
Zulong kind of does the same thing as Coralite Court, kind of in a weird way.
Does it? I
Well,
would.
it's just
I'd like
Random
to hear
and
you
stuff.
explain.
Right.
So like if you reprise it onto like secrets onto a Coralite or onto a road, then you draw 3, which is probably gonna win the game because you train into more Thunder Roads and stuff. And Zulong kind of does that same thing, where it's just like, yeah, it's kind of free value.
I mean, it's
Right.
only free if you have the mana base set up properly, though.
Yeah, but the hope is like,
True with Thunder
yeah.
Roads in general, you kind of need a.
I guess I
mana
don't
base.
necessarily trust this mana base entirely. It's probably fine, but
Okay. We already spent 7 minutes on the first deck. Let's move on.
Oh dear.
So 3 Qs on Mud, aka the GP not winner deck of last GP.
yeah, this deck
That
does
is the
have
majority of the decks in the GP are GP not winners.
This deck does have infinite combo with Abandonment Memorial Gilded Lotus.
Is that necessary?
Oh.
It exists.
Is that-
I don't know.
Is that worth it?
I mean, it does win the game a lot faster than Mud normally wins the game.
Are those cards good on their own?
Good question.
I think
Hmm.
Gilded Lotus might, but I don't know if Abandoned Memorial is.
Hey, 6 mana, lock
Mhm.
your opponent's lock the aggro deck down, right? You know, if you can get it out early enough.
6 mana though. Even in Mud, that's a
Well,
lot of mana.
I
It
mean,
is-
this deck is playing a lot of ramp.
Yeah, it's dropping a lot of rocks.
That's true. There's a lot
It's
of
also playing Mentor plus Beating Outskirts and plus Royal Domain, Autumn Moon, Jade Temple's ramp too.
Oh yeah, Mentor does work with lands.
Mentor also works with some other random stuff, Mysterious Coffer. Only 1 Coffer, huh?
I think
Yeah,
this is a
one
little
coffin.
too in on like saucy Tinker's Tools one-ofs.
Yeah, 1 Coffer seems weird because that seemed like the best deck in the Mud deck last
Yeah.
GP to me.
Mm-hmm.
I
It
guess
seems like
it'd
it'd be.
board, but also Tinbeard in the board.
Tinbeard's funny. I get that 4 peppers just for that.
When do you ever bring this thing
Tin.
in? Can you even cast it?
I mean,
Yes, you
I think
can.
the deck-
Okay.
Yeah, I think you can like turn forward.
It would take.
Pretty consistently. Definitely, maybe 10-3 if you're optimistic.
It's stuff like Autumn Moon and Royal Domain let you actually cast it.
Mhm.
Yeah. So thoughts about the new Barks?
I think seems good. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not great at card evaluation, so I don't have any opinion besides that. But
It's really good at
I
making
mean,
Mind Stones.
I think
don't know
that's
if it's good
that's
at
the
anything
thing.
else.
I don't. It's good with making Mind Stones, but at 5 mana, the extra. When you have 5 mana to play Barks already, the extra mana doesn't help you too much, and the draw is like fine, but it costs 1 mana.
in this
And then
deck
the
with a
Bark
lot
spot-
of rocks, it might be pretty good.
It's-
But
I mean, the Bark spot seems fine-ish, but
Like, I think the new box is kind of similar to the old box where you're playing it for the first ability, and the other abilities are kind of flavor text almost. Like you activate them sometimes, maybe more on the new one, but
Yeah. Well,
Hmm.
anyways, mud, whatever. 3 chili peppers.
I'm
for
going to
Tinbeard,
give
I hope they get to cast that.
for Tin Beard. I will give this 3 robots out of 5. Because the next deck here.
It looks
Did
Did
like
we not talk about? Wait, did someone mention Nexus of possibilities in the deck?
Nexus.
Nexus is just for ramp, right?
Why is Nexus
No,
in this
It
deck?
can't just be for
Nexus-
ramp, right? Like it's in comment says main focus Memorial plus Memorial draws cards super fast. But oops.
you need Nexus plus Memorial plus another thing.
I mean, Nexus is if you have 6 mana, Nexus is 1 mana ramp 4 every turn,
Oh.
which is a lot.
Abandoned
it
Memorial
also-
combos with
it's
Nexus?
It's also an infinite with Memorial.
Right, okay,
Oh,
yes.
yeah. Same as Lotus.
Okay, well, anyways, moving on. Admiral Ivy's a reason, excuse, a motive.
Black white control.
Memorial Control is making use of a couple of new cards here.
Shanjun's
like-
command was correctly
This is one of the
identified
cards
as
that was big problem.
correctly identified as kind of fucked up, and they've got a lot of
Yeah.
things to find with it.
Yeah, that first ability, a lot of like just in this deck, you see there's Wave of Decay, there's Out of Body Experience, Invalidate,
Children of the
Chronicles of the
Clouds.
Consuming, Children of the
Body Soul.
Cloud. Yeah, there's a lot of
Rest, I guess. I don't know why we're playing
If you
short
want to
rest.
draw if you need to draw a card,
why
there you go.
why
That's
are
what Chronicles
short
of
rests?
Kitsune.
Chronicles. Let me see. Chronicles is definitely interesting.
It's kind of funny in this deck because Descent is actually like kind of okay. Like you get a Sarah Angel with Lifelink every turn, kind of.
Then this deck is also running Lao. I'm not pronouncing it right.
Lao
again.
Chang?
Lao Xiang.
Chang.
Lao Xiang's command.
There you go. Yeah, there you go. That's how you pronounce it.
I know a little bit about a lot of languages.
Yeah, same.
That's
Wonderful.
enough to get me by. Yeah. So that seems interesting, I guess.
Short rest seems suspect. The sideboard being a ton of one-ofs and
Okay,
two-ofs.
we have Admiral Ivy who says, assessing the deck and found it really wanted another cantrip, so short rest.
Well,
If it worked out in testing, I suppose it makes sense.
Wait, can they actually
Terrible.
tutor all these one-ofs?
Yeah, I mean,
Chandra's
yeah.
command
So many-
fetches
Yeah, but like one prying inquiry, or like one flush draw.
maybe just have enough card draw and filtering to get there.
I mean,
Yes, maybe.
I'm confused by a single of Flush to Rot.
Yeah, Flesh to Rot feels like a card you'd want to play more of in the whole 75 instead of just one.
Because it's like, it's your primary anti-aggro attack from looks of things. I mean, there's Heraldry, which is good against aggro, and you have like Chandran's command.
Also, Heraldry with 6 swamps.
Wait,
Yeah, Heraldry.
Oh no, they do have the Seasons Warland, so that probably works out.
okay.
Seasons Warland.
Anyways, I'm gonna give this thing 3 chili peppers because it's like it plays a bunch of one-ups that you can tutor. I like decks that play a bunch of one-ups that you can tutor easily.
Yeah, I like that. I like this idea. I like that it's sort of built around Chandran's command because that is a good card.
This deck's either going to do nothing or it's going to do everything, and I want to see it.
Yeah, this honestly this might be a 4 just off of that alone. This gets 4 number 1s out of 5.
Wonderful.
Confusing. But...
Little Blinks discarding daffodils. It's
So I peeked at this one already. It's really interesting. It's kind of a reanimator list.
Oh
It's
It's
god.
using Threshing Sundew, so it puts like Shimmering Dragon and Platinum Colossus into the graveyard.
Okay.
And then it plays Threshing Sundew. When it enters, it merges that creature underneath it.
Okay.
So if you have Platinum Colossus, you essentially just have a Platinum Colossus on the field.
And then
Okay.
if you don't have Sunday, you just don't do anything, right?
Yeah, that's
You
kind
have
of
Mountain
There's
Bighorn.
You have Mountain Bighorn. It's playing Mountain Bighorn.
Wait,
I-
wait a minute. What's that card doing in the deck?
I love you, Mountain Bighorn.
Seriously, for Mountain Bighorn? Jeez.
Can someone like explain what's happening with the Mountain Bighorn?
I don't know. Turn Sundew into removal, I guess.
I see. So you play Sundew. You have to discard the thing first, and you play Sundew for 3 mana. And then you pay 5 more mana to punch something for 5 damage. Why don't you just play Earthbreaker Behemoth at that point?
As a 1/3. Also, no mountain is kind of
Okay.
interesting.
Yeah,
Wait,
I
Sharks on
think
Red?
that was meant. I think that was meant to be a mountain, and there was maybe a mistype.
Oh,
What was it meant to be a mountain?
Bighorn.
Wait, how did Mountain get turned into Mountain Bighorn?
Maybe there was like a space, and that got goofed up with Lackey.
Okay, yeah, that makes a lot more sense.
A little blank if you're here. Go talk to Time Spiral.
Hold on, let me ping.
So are we going to be judging the deck as if it had Mountain Bighorn or if it has the mountain? Because if it has the Mountain Bighorn, I'm going to give it a higher spiciness rating.
I want to judge it if it has the mountain basic land because I feel like that was the intent.
Okay, but
not an uncastable Mountain Bighorn.
Yeah, Mountain Bighorn's really funny. They're also running Cathartic Reunion, which I didn't know was in the format, and Analyze the Deep, which is a Cathartic Reunion that I didn't know was in the format.
Yeah, but if you mulligan, it can get back your mulligans.
Not.
And then Open Road.
You know what?
Open Road seems interesting.
Open Road's good.
Yeah.
It just like turns playing dudes into filters.
You have to go up the curve, right? Or greatest match among. It's not tied, right? So you have to go up each time in order to get the trigger.
That
Yeah.
would
Yeah,
be
maybe in
a
this-
question for judges because I don't know.
Let's be the greatest, which I don't know.
Maybe
Given
this
that
deck
has to be the.
it's very suspect because you have so many 1-drops.
Yeah, like
Actually, I
given
guess
that-
you don't have that many 1-drops. You just have.
You have-
because Reaper isn't really a 1-drop. So what is
What?
Harvest Reaper grabbing?
It's grabbing
lands.
Colossus, and then you discard it to like some other card.
Okay.
I'm not. I don't think Open Road is good here for the same reasons. Also, just like you play it, and then there's 2 cards in your deck that you're playing that are really triggering it.
Yeah.
Give this 4 mountain bighorns out of 5.
No, I closed my emoji site. Shoot.
Okay, anyways, I'm gonna give this deck a 4 chili peppers because it's clearly trying to do something with Mountain Bighorn. I'm gonna pretend that's still Mountain Bighorn until someone fixes it because it makes my spiciness rating way higher.
Yeah, I'm gonna give this. Yeah, I feel like this deserves 4 mountain bighorns out of 5.
Yeah.
Right. We've come to the best part of the decklist video, which is
There's apparently some set that has mountains labeled A, B, C, and Mountain B keeps getting parsed as Mountain Bighorn.
that makes sense.
That's an incredible regex bug, I assume.
Yeah.
Okay, anyways, moving on. Asti, you can explain yourself.
So this is mono blue-ish flyers.
Wait, where's Tranquil Path?
It's not. I didn't think it was that good. It mostly I found that most of the time when I play Tranquil Path, I wish I had a card that just immediately gave me +1/+1. Like I hit a lot of lands off of it when I needed counters. There was at least one game that I could have where I gave my opponent an extra turn because it was an Explorer trigger and not a immediate +1/+1. Because I hit enough lands, I didn't do lethal.
I mean, if you have any non-land on top, you just keep it on top if you want.
Yeah, but
just...
I hit 2 lands in a row. I can't keep the lands on top in that case.
In that case, get good.
It was not. It didn't work out for me, so
Okay,
I thought
sure.
this might make sense to keep it around.
All
But
right.
we have new cards from new set.
Good.
Gale Conjurant, and we have Crystal Catcher.
Is Gale Conjurant good?
I feel like it's probably good.
It felt good. It felt good in testing.
I mean,
Resets your
you-
Panyas and
No, that's
parrots
not
your parrots.
That's not.
I think
that
you're
card.
thinking of the rare that lets you. I don't remember the
I
name.
think
but
Messenger of the Heavens.
Oh,
that's the card you're thinking of. Yeah.
Gale
Which-
Conjurant is
Gale-
the remand-y thing.
Conjurant.
It's
is,
available meddler. Or Civ
I felt like it
also
was
right.
I felt like it was good just because having main board disruption is nice. I found like
Especially-
that's something
I mean, you could just play Cosmic Sinkhole main.
I think having the body is relevant.
That's fair,
I
but
feel like-
Cosmic Sinkhole is a much better counterspell.
Yeah, but also how
Cosmic
many
Sinkhole is a
colors?
good counter as well.
How many colors are you getting in this that would
Three.
make it more than just
Next
kinda
three
yeah,
colors.
three.
It's 3 colors, but you depending on the hand, it's very possible. Like if I don't have Duke, it's basically just a mono blue deck. And if I do have Duke, then it's like I have to get specific colors, and
Yeah.
it's more so just like I felt like Gale Conjurant was beneficial to have around as a creature counter spell. That's like, oh, this comes down, it remands something, and then it also contributes to my board.
I think the fact that it's a discussion at all is a point in Gale Conjurant's favor.
Also,
Also,
maybe a point against Gale Conjurant.
It's a point. I feel like it's more a point against it because if it was really good, we'd just be like, yeah, it's worthy addition.
Yeah, but
If it
like
was
Cosmic
bad-
Sinkhole is also really good, whereas Gale Conjurant's like it might be
in
good, but it needs,
relation to Sinkhole.
yeah, that's what I meant.
Cosmic Sinkhole is very good. That is
archetype
true.
thing not always beating out the non-archetype thing. I guess I see the point.
I'm just not a big fan of Cosmic Sinkhole. I think it's not in like I think it's a bad card way, and just like and really
One of
particularly
those
enjoy
cards
it.
that you see enough times that you're just like, eh.
Yeah, I'm just like not particularly a huge fan of counter spells. Obviously, I'm still running them because I'm running mono blue, and I just like I like aggro. I like punching people in the face.
So Asti,
Not
have
about to watch.
you
Yep.
considered Messenger of the Heavens?
I did, but I don't know if there's enough relevant ETBs.
You have Charming
Maybe
Parrot.
with Gale Conjurant there is between Gale Conjurant between
What if you want Gale Conjurant with
not Gale Conjurant
Messenger.
between Panya and Parrot there might be enough to make it worthwhile.
It does give pseudo vigilance, which probably helps in fair amount of
That's true.
matchups. Against
But
Bill or
the
whatever.
question is kind of what to replace it with though. Probably after this GP I might say it in depending on how I feel, but
Next deck.
Well, anyways, I'm gonna give it 1 chili pepper because it's flyers again. I'm sorry, Asti.
yes. I've been playing this deck for 5 GPs at this point. I don't even know.
Actually, to be fair, I've been playing the same deck for multiple GPs in a row too, except they all get nerfed, so I have to switch to a different deck each time.
I'm giving this 6 birds out of 10. 6 birds out of 5.
Okay. So moving
Next
on.
deck is just Bat Flash.
Oh.
Bant
It's like
Flash.
a really, really old version.
Bant Flash bottom text.
No, it has a lot of Sham's command. That's the
Oh.
new innovation.
Beat out Thunder
Sideboard.
Road.
Does Backlash even have a bad matchup against Thunder Road? Like, do they need this?
I mean,
Depends on the Thunder Road build, I guess. If it has like bodies.
I mean, Bent Flash and Thunder Road are like basically the same deck secretly. I mean, I guess not quite, but like they're just very similar a lot of times.
Okay.
I think I accidentally convinced Cajun on 3 Kililia in the 75 because of last GP.
Is that card even that good against me? I mean, okay,
No,
fine.
I
don't think it's worth running.
Wait,
I
what was the
think
judge? Didn't we do a judge call about, or didn't we ask the judge about what happens if you Kalilia a pronouncer trigger?
Well, I mean, you get the adjudicate targets. So
Yeah.
the adjudicate still goes on land, but you control it, so it's dead. They get a fish, and then their land still got enchanted, so you get the scout and they get another fish.
Yeah, so like they get 2 fish, I get 2 tokens and pronouncer,
One,
right?
wait, no, you get pronouncer and 2 fish, I think,
Yeah.
and then clearly a player gets a scout and breaks you adjudicate.
I feel like that's probably not a right trade. Like you get 3 bodies for 1 or 2.
I think the more relevant thing is Leyran Alpha.
Right. Yes. This
Mhm.
Rex Leyran Alpha. Reason
Well,
number I
what-
guess 24 that Leyran Alpha sucks, and I wish we don't have to play it. But anyways.
Oh yeah, Pedal Scatterer too.
Oh,
Oh wait, no, Pedal Scatterer targets. Or does it? Hold on.
Powder's got says target non-creature spell.
no, it's not.
Pedal Scatterer, not Powder.
Apologies.
It targets. Yeah, it targets.
So it doesn't do anything, I think. Well, I guess it shrinks the pedal Scatterer.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah,
Moving
sure.
on. This is just
Okay, 1 chili
Bad
pepper.
Flash.
We're talking more about my deck than Cajun's deck at this point.
Right, yeah. This gets 1 flash out of 5.
Are all the decks
Got
super
it.
low ranking right now?
Is 6 super low?
It's considered probably.
I'd say 6 is. I'd be surprised if a deck that had a.
I feel like Mud deserves slightly higher than a straight 6.
Sure, give it 6.5. We can bump it.
give it 6 point- 'cause
but I'm partial against Mud. You see,
If
Yeah,
my deck is a 6.5, Mud is a 6.5.
Purple's the one doing the ranking, so he gets to make the final call.
Sucks.
I mean, you can do plus or minus 0.5. I don't really. In your
Anyways,
mind, at least.
moving on. Canterbury. Wait, Canterbury's playing
Practice midrange.
He's making use of a lot of new cards here.
Tyrant's Breath, but no Hatto's Maneuver.
Good choice. I hate
What?
Hatto's maneuver, even though it's really good.
So that's a bad choice in the long run, right?
It's like
I think it might just be too janky.
I think Hetsu's maneuver and Tyrant's Breath is just a little too janky. I feel like it's better.
I know
Tyrant's Breath is a good.
I know Xerneas was low on it after winning the GP, but then like kept on playing it. So I don't know
Okay.
what they're thinking about it now.
Oh,
Tyrant's Breath is good enough on its own.
Purple, can you like say all the new cards that Canterbury added, or cards from a new set? Like pronounce them, please.
Chiho, Kaizao, Numa Wang. That's it, right?
I'm being a bit too mean.
How about I say it is, if you understand what I mean, it's good enough.
I
Apparently
thought you just
Shiho's
used the
good.
epitaph.
Okay, the Sun King that we have.
Monkey.
So
Shiho.
Shiho is apparently really good. So
Oh,
I
yeah.
believe
Yeah.
that.
Actually,
Yeah, it's
so why does Shiho's second ability even draw you a card?
Monkey.
monkey.
I think that's pretty
Monkey.
common.
Like, I feel like you shouldn't be getting card advantage from killing something off as
I
activated
mean, you
ability.
have to discard
Yeah,
to kill something.
but like, I
but-
feel like you shouldn't be going 1-for-1 off this thing.
Yeah, a lot of things in Banjo feel like you shouldn't quite be going 1-for-1 off it, but it's not unreasonable to go 1-for-1 off it a lot of times.
But it's
So-
also a 4-4 ward at that point. Like,
yeah, but
it's
you're paying
overtuned.
5 for it. It's overloaded. I don't know if it's overtuned.
It's not really ever worth it to. Is it ever really worth it to transform?
Well, you just
feel
got
like
2 tokens. You don't even.
I feel like it's
transform.
good enough just the front of just a 3-mana 3/3 that
The
got ward and then
body
activate.
the body
People
itself
who-
doesn't transform. It just makes 2 tokens that are the back face.
I mean, people
I
are
know.
really hyping up the God mode, and it does seem pretty good. I mean,
What are they
Yeah.
hyping up?
The back
like-
face flips.
Hmm.
it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, I think most of the time, if you do make this into a God, you do win. Provided your opponent doesn't have good answers to it. But it's just a good card. Yeah. So I'm playing both. I'm playing all 3 of these new cards too. So
Okay,
I hope
so
that they're good.
Spoiler alert! Oh my god.
Yes.
well,
spoilers.
unfortunately, you're not going to be commentating, right? Or you're commentating your games.
I mean, I guess I could. I don't know.
Okay.
So Ricky, how would you pronounce the Ashen Absolution card?
No more Wong.
Yumo Wang?
No more Wong.
Yumo Wang.
It literally means Cal Demon King, or I guess Ox Demon
Hell.
King.
Hell yeah.
Wait, why isn't he a noble then? Why isn't he Ox Demon Noble?
Good question.
Unplayable.
So
Next. Deck.
I didn't give. I'm gonna give it 2. I guess 3 chili peppers for new cards. But yeah. Next up,
Boxes.
Foxes. We're gonna get
I'm going to
Foxtober.
give.
Is this Foxtober?
I'm.
No, it's September.
No, it's October.
It's a.
Wait, is it October?
It's Foxtober,
Wait, no, wait,
baby!
it is. Okay.
I'm gonna give this 3 monkeys out of 5.
5 chili peppers for being Foxtober.
So now I'm interested. This actually doesn't seem terrible.
No Fox of the Orange Orchard. Unplayable. 0 out of 10. Bad.
Yeah, unplayable.
You should at least run 1 copy in the sideboard just as a tribute to what got them here.
Yeah, I feel like this might just be like Hounds, but not.
Yeah, I actually played a single game of Foxes in League, and it was very okay.
Hounds with the
It was-
cereals filed off.
It was like aggressively okay.
It was aggressively okay. I mean, yeah, it looks a lot like it's Hounds if they were like a little bit worse.
Pup of Marigold Burrow seems pretty spicy.
Yeah. Sort of if you get enough of that, it's a 1-mana 2/1 with upside of if I just slam enough Foxes, I can just win. I don't even have to attack.
A jackal pup, if you will.
Like if you do draw 2 pups, you do probably win. Probably. Like drawing 2 pups is really insane.
Mm-hmm.
Getting to play Fellow Charm's pretty neat.
Huh. I guess.
I think
Oh,
board on board is generally better than Fellow Charm.
Yeah, probably.
I've not looked at that card, so I can't remember it offhand.
Sword on board is shock plus +2/+2 as a split card.
With
Wait,
Fuse.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this is just an aggro deck. I don't know. This
Also, it's not playing
Foxes.
any of the Legions. Are they like too expensive to play in aggro?
I mean, I put them in my list, but you
which
could
cards?
all 3 Legions. All the Legions are good, but they're not super aggressive, so I could see playing the like 3-mana Lords over them.
I feel like, I mean,
I do think that
Okay.
there should be more Cool Eyes, though, how you pronounce it. Orchid Shepherds.
I don't actually know what the tones on this thing are.
I feel like at the very least, like Fox of a Glistening Glen is worse in the 3-drop struck than God Amongst Foxes. Like Legion God Amongst Foxes, but that also might just be me. Yeah, I feel like it's a better creature than Fox. Like, sure, +1/+1's nice, but Legion has card advantage.
Like, I think to a certain extent, playing Fox of Glistening Glen is like admitting that Foxes is kind of bad.
Yeah,
Like if you're playing Legion, you have like plausible deniability that the deck's good. Like
you have like you're at least distinguished.
Yeah, you have a Fox Spirit on your. Wait, it's not even a god. Oh, okay, it is a god, but like only 70 cards are gods. And the new Legion is an Elder Fox Spirit. Wait, what's. Oh, okay, the creature types are really inconsistent here.
but I think as is, this is just kind of Hounds, except in Foxes.
Sounds what Fox is.
It's kind of unfortunate that's just Hounds, but Foxes.
It's
Next.
just a lot of
Yep,
Lords.
next.
But this will get 5 Foxes out of 5.
So Gallows on
Julong
Julong,
and-
but with Thunder Roads and Star Jump and Burning
Yeah,
Up.
they've talked to
Unconfirmed.
me about this one. It's like you Julong and then you just like slam Star Jump or Thunder Road confirm, or like you just slam a Haymaker.
Okay.
I think this is the like updated version of the first list we looked at. This is all playing all the like updated cards with like confirm and actually using too long with Star Jump and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like this is when I like earlier because I was bringing up that like Julong has a deck that she could fit in. It's just a question of package around her. And I think this is a good example of what that package
Yeah,
should
just
look
like
like.
Yeah.
ramp into Julong and then slam some fucking high impact cards and just overwhelm your opponent.
Like, I think it's very reasonable for this deck to like randomly kill on turn 4. Like
Well, that's not a good sign for me.
long Star Jump. And there's a decent chance you just win off that. I don't know if you kill the opponent, but like not really coming back from that.
Yeah.
You gain a lot of overwhelming advantage.
But like if both Star Jumps hit like Burning Ups, then you just win on the spot. So
I mean, your opponent has to let you hit Burning Ups, right?
no, you just
Star Jump
they say
lets you-
5-0, you say I cast Burning Up.
Yeah, it's like you don't necessarily need to draw the cards if you just kill them.
Good point.
Mm-hmm.
Cards don't matter if your opponent's dead.
Exactly.
Okay.
But I think this deck's very solid, if maybe a bit abusable if too long is able to be answered.
I would
Um,
personally want a little bit more interaction, but that's just me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, moving on, because we're taking quite a long time to get through. We're like 1/3 of the way through, and we're
Yeah,
we're only
we're-
half an hour. Wow, we've been going on faster than I thought.
Is it an hour? or
we
half
get-
an hour?
It's half an hour on my end. At least that's what
Alright.
OBS thinks.
Well, let's keep the pace up.
Yeah, good.
Grixis control.
Any new cards?
This gets.
The answer is no, actually.
Okay, one chili pepper.
This is a deck.
This is okay. It exists. It's a control deck.
Is there anything cool that's doing like at all?
They're just running this back from last GP for the most part.
Mhm.
A little bit more tuned, I
There's-
think.
There's a fair trial main board.
That's
That's
not,
not too common.
I don't think that's something that would give more chili peppers to.
Probably not. It's not that. It's like I feel
don't-
like fair trials are on the cusp of popularity. Like I remember back in when it was like back when it was DSS spoiler season. I guess not spoiler season, but it had been chosen, and people were like, "Oh man, this might be a hot new removal spell."
Yeah, Fair Trial looks so good, but it's not proven itself yet. Maybe this will change that. I don't think this deck is interesting, but I do think this deck is just like good. It's good cards control.
Purple, give it a 6.
Yeah. Like
That's
a 5. I feel like this is like
This might be the
Based
definition
on-
of a 5.
this is the definition of a 5. I feel like of just collection of good cards.
Maybe like 5.5 because
Yeah,
the
I guess
walkers
that's
kind of
fair.
take over the game as soon as they come down.
Okay, but
Yeah.
it's nowhere as bad as the Threshing Sundew deck, right?
I mean, I don't know.
No.
The Threshing Sundew deck type of thing, it's really hard to rate
Okay.
because it will win a lot of games just because people like don't respect it. And there was a 2-card combo.
This gets 1 chili pepper out of 5.
Yeah, I agree.
Because quite frankly, you know, I like to rate things with unique emojis, but I can't really think of a unique emoji for this deck.
Snoring emo.
Yeah.
I don't know.
This gets 1 snore out of 5.
One snork me out of 5.
That's a little bit too.
Okay, let's
mean.
hurry up.
I'll just stick
Yeah.
with the-
Actually, who's
Whatever.
Alex had? Who's that guy in chat? That
Alex
says,
Rozier.
yeah, get
Not
my
sure.
deck or riot. Let's hurry up before they riot.
Oh no. Dodger
Oh, no.
Sabotail. Black White Tails?
Black White,
Black
Shine
White
Dreams
Patricia-
Command.
Or
Black White
attrition,
Champions.
kind of.
Yeah, this is like junk kinda. Just like,
Curse of the Drow. That's a card I haven't seen in a long time.
It's a discard
So basically-
deck.
Aftermath,
that's
Jesus.
dodgy.
You're playing Shifting Pink and Valdez and Curse, I guess, just to empty your opponent's hand and get Valdez active, and then you just win with, I guess, after your opponent's hand is
You
empty.
just you just like kill all their stuff, get all their cards out of their hands, and then just kill them with whatever you've got on.
Now I see a card here. Karmic
Reawakening.
Karmic Reawakening. 1 sorcery, exile target creature planeswalker. Its controller may search the library for a creature planeswalker card, reveal it, shuffle, and put it on
It
top.
seems really bad in this deck.
Yeah.
I respect it. I think
Like
its
you're
purpose
on
is
mono
like,
discard.
I think the idea is, I need to remove this right
yeah,
now.
searchable
And I-
off of Shanjun is like its purpose. I think just the oh shit button.
I don't think it's better than out of body experience.
You're not even
though,
running
that
it all
feels-
bodies
It-
yet,
it's
right?
Painful.
Planeswalkers.
Planeswalkers, yeah, that's true. Because you have a couple ways to deal with creatures as it is. You got a way to
Yeah.
deal with planeswalkers.
I don't
like,
think anything at 1 mana aside from this hits Planeswalkers, so I think that might be the point.
I guess just as a fetch target, but there's like so much anti-synergy with playing like 14 discard spells or something, and then playing something that makes your opponent demonic tutor, basically. Kind of.
It's not even demonic tutor. Like Karmic Awakening would actually be better in this deck if it did tutor to hand.
It's a
Vampiric.
enlightened tutor.
It's a
Vampiric
vampire,
tutor,
yeah.
there you go.
Okay, yeah, they thought it was an instant, which makes more sense because you can like do it in response to a fetch or something. But
I respect it as the oh shit button.
Yeah, I guess it's sort of a necessary thing. Having a
Mm.
1 mana nuke blow something up, sort of. But-
this is kind of the deck that I get the impression that your opponent will lose before you win, kind of thing.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah.
kind of how rock decks go, aren't they?
Yeah, but like if they can deal with embodied soul, you're gonna be in a full on game.
I am surprised Descend on the Helpless is not in the main deck. At least one to like search off.
Good
Like
point.
Descent on the Helpless is a stupid amount of card advantage.
Maybe it's anti-synergy with one of the other cards in the deck or something. No, it doesn't.
Who could say? I'm not in the business of speculating too much.
Okay.
Unhappy Ending is funny. I love it. Dork in Distresses. New card rival. PogChamp.
Yeah. This gets we'll just give it, I'll give it 2 drow out of 5.
New cards Strivo. Where's the new cards?
The cards that haven't seen play, maybe? I don't know. Solar Hatching is fun.
Okay, just for calling the deck new card tribal and then not including any actually new cards, that's a 0 out of 5 chili peppers. I feel betrayed.
How does this deck win?
Solar Hatching, I guess. I don't know.
You just call
yeah,
that Solar Hatching?
Planeswalkers. Like Planeswalkers are win conditions on their own, right?
Baldman is not what I would call a win condition.
Pullman's not a win condition, and Shahari really isn't a win condition.
You can minus
Not-
4.
Not even like
And
Bounty
I
of the
feel like
Gardens.
making a token and then like if it was like X11 tokens, I'd feel better because then it's not gonna die to a removal spell.
This
But it does
deck,
die to a removal spell.
this
Yeah, it
deck
does.
really feels like it wants Bounty of the Gardens.
Yeah, I feel like this would definitely benefit from Bounty of the Garden.
What's Oasis crafting for?
Fetching Elmazia,
Okay.
presumably.
It's Sylvan Scrying for Deserts.
I see. So Almazir is going to be your win condition because you use it to power out Recall and Solar Hatching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we've
feel
done
like
it.
this
We've
doesn't-
discovered it.
Oh, you
This
can
deck,
also
I feel like-
get there with. Are they running a creature land?
You can get Nareva, and you can get.
There's ecological refuge.
Okay, yeah, that's your
which
other win
is-
condition. They can power out with
Yeah.
Almazar.
Oh boy, 2/3/3 green worms. My
Oh
favorite
boy.
win condition.
I think you would want to play any of the Desert Man lands over this, but who knows?
It is untapped, which
Yeah,
is
true.
nice.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, I don't want to see this deck, so 1 chili pepper.
Moving on.
What did you rate the deck,
Almost-
anyways? 5? Okay, yeah, that sounds
Yeah,
about right.
yeah, it's fine.
Dr. Batman's.
I won't
Thunder-
actually give it a 0 out of 5, but
But-
still feel a little betrayed.
You can't put
This
no.
is-
Or you can't put empty. Yeah, there we go. So Dr.
This
Batman.
gets one desert out of 5.
Is this what they played last couple GPs?
This is what I played
Yes,
the
I
last
think
one.
so. This is
I tweaked it a little bit, made it a little bit less stub.
there's a new card. There's a new card.
Where's the new
in
card?
May.
Ingwe Azure Emperor. Yeah, I just think this card's good, and I wanted to try it in the sideboard as like something to bring in a grindy matchup.
Okay, sure.
How easily, like, can this deck really get to Renaissance easily? This probably can, because like if you cast a thing and use Ingwe, then boom.
You definitely can't on turn 3. Like there's no
Mhm.
social graces or planet far, far away.
You would need
But-
to cast a sorcery spell on your own turn because you need to attack. In
Yeah,
order to
but there's
get
like secrets and bounty and not bounty. Void Flare are pretty good to casting on turn.
So,
Mhm.
how do you feel now that Fractured Reach has been nerfed?
Me?
Yeah.
I do think it's a legitimate knock against the sort of like flash tempo sort of deck. I feel like if you only ever see one Fractured Reach, you're probably fine and wouldn't play much different. But if you see 2, you really start sweating. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
Do you have like Meddler for burn, I guess?
Anyways, 1 chili pepper for me because this is just Teamer Temple, but like with Thunder Roads. Or I
Yeah.
guess Thunder
This-
or Tropic Thunder with Teamer Temple.
This gets 1 thunder cloud from me.
I cannot justify giving it more than 1, even though it's my own deck.
Yeah. Okay, next up, Draw Knight's Land, go.
I don't know what this deck is. This is a deck.
Crane Cliffside.
I didn't know they made a whatever the word is for a 2-mana multicolor enchantment that creates birds.
Parapool Cycle.
Yeah, Parapool Mega Cycle. I'm glad that it's being continued here, although I don't know how good that is in this deck.
So you have to draw
I find it
creatures.
weird I find it interesting that's called Land Go when it has so many creatures.
And
And so few
Plasmatic
lands.
You're playing Mian. Take.
Taker Yanju.
Mhm. I'm not. What is this card doing in this deck?
2 or more creatures in the back. Jeez.
What?
Well, that's just how packs work.
No, but like Messenger of the Heavens, you just need you don't need 2
Messenger
things
of
to
the
spend,
Heavens
right?
just cares about things in its pack. It doesn't need
Yeah,
like
it's not like whenever a creature in Mianju's pack attacks 2, which is like a lot when you're only on like
18.
10
and
things
when
in
you're,
its pack.
yeah, there's only 11 things total in its pack, and you can't double up on Neon Juice.
It only goes to
so-
hand. Wait, why are you running this card again? Like this is limited fodder, right?
I think saw this card, wanted to test it out. wanted
But
to
like,
try it.
what are you even getting from this card that you're not getting from something else? This is just like bad. Even if you
It's also
get,
sorcery speed.
yeah, like even if you get the
Mhm.
condition, it's just what have you accomplished? Okay, let's say you Depth Lurker.
I think the idea was it would do something with Crane Cliffside, maybe, but I don't
You're running
know.
Crane Cliffside in a deck with 20 instants and 18
I
creatures.
feel like I feel like this is two decks, like two half-developed decks that have kind of been smushed together.
Yeah, like we have a Spirit Script, so we have Tropic Thunder without the Thunder Roads, and then we have Teamer Tempo, except it's not even Teamer Tempo, it's like what is it?
Teamer Tempo without the tempo.
Yeah, without the Teamer even, right? No, it is
Well, the
Teamer.
Teamer is still there. It's
This is
still
a Teamer
Teamer
deck.
at least.
It's a black-green hybrid. It's Teamer.
It's running 4 Rally to the sideboard.
This is a confused deck. Illustrious Kill and Healing and
Healing.
Kara's Gift are quite cool though.
So like there's Grave Hate. I guess you're going full out Grave Hate in the sideboard and then like full out Spell Hate.
Next deck.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna give it
Yeah,
one chili pepper for what the hell is happening.
I'm gonna give this with as like I'm gonna give this with as little disrespect as possible. 2 question marks out of 5.
Are you looking at
I
chat,
don't
by the way?
understand.
Draw Knight is not even trying to defend themselves.
I forgot to take the unravelings out.
So Elmakino's on burn with adapted stance.
Are they running the new? Can they run the new Curse of Bleeding on a Stick?
The panda guy.
They do have a precipice, or
Yes.
not that.
Herald of
Wait,
Oblivion?
Master Chef? What?
okay, so they're playing Crumbling Precipice for Herald and Devourer of Legacy in the sideboard. And I think that's it.
I mean, Devour
Why
Legacy.
does Master Chef have a championship promo?
That's a good question.
Ask Just Nobody. Wait, it's drawn by
Just
Ricky
Nobody?
Ryan. Wait, is it actually drawn
Well,
by
just
Ricky?
nobody isn't really around anymore, I don't think.
Oh, so it's called Ricky Ryan. That's funny.
Devourer of Legacy in the sideboard is interesting.
I mean, you can if you adapt this stance this thing out, it's basically like what's the card called?
Surgical that deals 3.
No, it's not surgical. It's like a Mord Ego, right?
I'm card from Kamigawa block.
Cranial Extraction. Yeah, there we go.
I do like adaptive
Extraction
stance
need to
with
target.
Audacious Rattler. That's more fun synergy.
Wait, the opponent draws for each card exiled, so it's more like the new ones.
Yeah, the new ones that don't just completely dunk your opponent into the earth if they have a copy in hand.
Like Lost Legacy, I guess, but for any card type, whatever.
Chiho's Command.
So how does this compare to normal burn? Because like adaptive stance plus Rattler is like a ball lightning kind of.
I feel like it's I don't know. It's
Why are you
sort of
running
a-
Rebel Seer? What's Rebel Seer for?
What's up with Rebel Seer? Yeah.
I play against this in League and asked about that, and they just wanted card advantage.
And
And
Burn?
this was the best option, apparently.
Card
yeah.
advantage, good. I can't argue with that.
Yeah.
I think this is maybe a little bit too cute, but not by like a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I'm interested.
Is Master Chef literally just there for the Burn matchup? I mean, adaptive stancing on Master Chef against Burn seems pretty funny.
Here's my. I feel there's gotta be better ways to gain life than a 3-mana 2/2 Master
Also,
Chef.
Ricky, you mentioned that there's no life gain hate,
Yeah,
and this is just actually burn, right?
yeah,
So that has to be bad, right? Having not played much burn.
yeah, sure.
Yeah, because there's 2 Byron's Gambits
Wait, there's 2 Byron's Gambits in the GP or in the deck.
in Makino's deck. Although I haven't seen
actually,
very many Byron's Gambits.
What's the new
quite
card
frankly.
from Pancho called that prevents life gain?
Spire or something. Spirit.
Let me look it
I'll
up.
find it.
What's
Spirit and Incendiary.
Oh, Spirit Lantern Incendiary. Wait, only affects opponents. Yeah, you can totally run your own life gain aside alongside this thing. Why are you not running that card? Is Valmkino in chat?
I mean, I think if this was just a normal burn deck with like adapted stance for Rattler and like no creatures in sideboard, I'd be pretty high on this. Like this sideboard does not seem very good.
Yeah, it seems a little bit rough.
Yeah.
As is.
Well,
Like I think, yeah.
I'm gonna give it 3 chili peppers for Elmikil trying to make a toolboxy deck, because I always like really toolboxy decks, and Adaptive Stance is a perfect toolboxy deck card.
Yeah, I like that toolbox aspect of burn. I feel like that's something I haven't seen before. 3 fires out of 5.
All right, now we're moving on.
They say it's casino scam, but it's actually elves.
Is that just?
You thought it was casino scam.
They're playing
but it
two
was
Dreamsight
me.
Wells.
Elves.
They're not running the 4 Dreamsight Well version.
I don't think you would want to run a full 4 Dreamsight Wells.
Yeah, I was never playing the 4. So this is the deck I shipped them,
Okay.
which I hope it's good because I think this is good.
Okay. I mean,
I
if
feel
it's
bad if it was bad.
if it's good, then and it gets Dreamsight Well nerfed, and then I mean that would be pretty nice.
Dazzling,
Dreams like well reverted.
Yeah.
Dazzling Dream Spinner is a crazy card in this, it feels like.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Dazzling's Dream Spinner, and look at the art in the middle of Dream Spinner.
Yeah, it's
Ricky.
Springcaller.
Holy crossover event.
Did they literally just
Wow.
zoom in to the art for Springcaller?
Marvel wishes they could.
That's kind of sick.
Oh well, so that's why it's so low res.
Yeah, I think Elves is good.
Dream
you get to play
Spinner, Harrier, Vasile Riders, like all these cards are just insane.
Yeah.
you get to play 2 mana 5/5s Rider with Harrier is really good. You get to combo. You get to play
You get
Lore Leaf, which is really good.
Does Epic know how to combo with this deck? Because I didn't when I tried to play it, and
I don't think you need to.
that
I
led
think
to
you
some
can
lot
just
of slow play stuff and
you
mistakes.
can just beat people to death with elves on us.
I mentioned it to them. I don't know if it stuck. But generally, it's just like a you-go deck.
I
There's
feel
not
like-
a ton of subtlety to it.
I feel like you should be on full forward or Channel Apprentice line of War Elves is a fucked up card, deceptively.
There's 2 in sideboard. Idea being that you get around counterspell decks.
Oh yeah, for
Um,
Become Immersed to really dunk on burn.
Oh yeah, Become Immersed is... I'm really high on Become Immersed. Dunking on Burn is my favorite thing.
Dunking on burn is a very good thing.
Especially since the
Yeah, I
previous burn deck
definitely-
isn't
Become Immersed-
running the life gain hate card.
Become Immersed is definitely a really good card. And so creature land heavy
Especially
deck.
especially the
Yeah.
Heirloom Deep
One
Root.
mana.
1 mana gain 4 to 6 life, basically.
Mm-hmm.
In turn 1, it's like 7. You can get a lot of life on this card.
Huh.
Also, any new
Right,
cards
well-
from the new sets? No?
No,
Okay.
there's no elves in the new sets.
Darn. I guess there's no elves in China.
True, so true.
It's true. Yeah, there's no elves in China.
This is
I'll give
also
this thing, I guess, fortunate purpose for being a Purplemurasaki deck, but not one but not one I'm particularly excited about.
Gynoid Quotes also on Black Red.
Atlas
mid-range.
Maneuver, Tyrant's Breath, there we go. Does it have Ash? No, it doesn't.
This is just a league deck, right?
I think so. Let me check the league.
Also, it doesn't fulfill condition for Ash, funnily enough,
Oh.
because only 3 polypools. Oh no, Akali's Abomination, never mind. Yeah, you do.
I mean, so it's basically Tyrant's Breath, but with Shiho and Shiho in the sideboard.
Yeah. It also plays Route though, which original Tyrant's Breath decks don't do.
What they cut for it?
Uh,
Good question. Yeah, this deck is quite good.
or Infectious Ego in the side. My enemy.
Keeps Infectious Ego keeps all the I need to get to 5 land decks in check.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I hate it, because I like getting to 5 lands.
5
Same.
lands with too many lands to have.
Damn
Yeah,
you.
Infectious Ego it's a good matchup against the
I'm a greed lord. I
Hmm.
want 5 lands.
a good matchup against Jude Long just because of the fact that it comes down and then if you're on the play, bop. I guess it doesn't really matter either way. It's bop bop bada boom pow.
Yeah.
Normally they always get around it with like ready for anything.
As the
Bounty.
professionals call it, boop bop bada boom pow.
Super hot fire, boy.
Okay, I'm gonna give it
But definitely
3 chili peppers for. I still like Tyrant's Breath as a deck. Actually, no, 2 chili peppers. Yeah, it's 3 chili peppers because there's some new cards.
I will give this. It's Tyrant's Breath, 1 chili pepper. I'll give it 1. I will give it 1 slightly different dragon. Give us
oh
something.
boy. The next deck has Elixir of Immortality
Elixir of Immortality moment.
Uh-oh.
and
It is-
Strangulate.
It
Why
is
is
4
this
color
thing
control.
Strangulate?
This is
4 color greenless.
4 color
Delve for
basic
treasures?
this control.
Cosmic Coalescing. This is
They're on the desert mana base of just like all the
yeah,
deserts.
Wait,
the
how does this
desert.
deck-
Well,
Can you
there's
play-
green.
how does this deck not die?
Elixir of Mortality.
Elixir of Immortality. Yeah.
Give
It
round.
just
Strangulate them.
this is basically a cosmic coalescing deck, right? It's got a toolbox toolbox sideboard and a
It has-
control A main board with the actual win cons off in the side, like children and
I mean, it has
just
like
children of the cloud, I guess. Sure.
it has like very few ways to control the board and no ways to ramp.
You
They
have board
will-
wiped in the board.
Hersey
Yeah.
will simply not match into foxes or flyers. It's that easy.
Or Imperial Siege. Is there any Imperial Siege in the EP?
I don't-
Hertzy will simply win with this deck.
Spoiler alert: there is a deck with 4 of Imperial Siege in the side.
Wonderful.
I'm scared.
Imperial Siege jump scare.
I mean, I always hate Hersey decks because Hersey's very good at playing control, and I always think Hersey's control decks are like built not that great though. So
One might
There is-
say built different.
Simply built. I think it's simply built different. And
Reggie
not
says they got
great
10
enough.
pieces of early interaction. Where's the 10 pieces of early interaction?
Strangulate,
Strangulate.
sinkhole.
and
Banishment
celestial
and sinkhole.
banishment. Celestial banishment.
I'm not
But,
sold
like,
on Celestial Banishment being
you
interaction.
need to get to like 5 mana, and like you don't do anything until you get to 5 mana. You have like Delve, Cosmic, Gated Realms, Secrets. This is such a luxurious control deck.
Luxurious. I love
the
that
high
term.
end. I mean,
What term?
Luxurious. Like purple using luxurious to describe really just anything that you can do. Describing decks and
This is probably an
fetch
interesting
decisions.
deck.
Next neck, maybe?
I wanna.
One chili pepper
wanna
for
give-
Hersey. Because no.
I kind of. It's intrigues me enough. I'm willing to give it a. I'll give it a 4.
I give it a 3.
Actually, no, wrong emoji. I feel like this can get a 4. This gets 4 cosmics out of 5.
And next up,
Next up, we have
trees.
trees.
It's Forest Art. It's Forest Art. It's
Oh,
from
they're
the
using
Forest
the
Art.
promo Children of the Cloud, or the GP promo Children of the Clouds. Nice.
I don't
Forest-
remember what Toho that is.
Is that the accepted term?
Well, good for you, because most people probably don't, because it's actually from a fan game.
Ah, okay.
Well, this is.
It's from the Forest Art. It's from the Forest Art.
With
Yeah.
Sandrine's command,
And it has Chandran's command.
the fetch Children of the
Got
Clouds,
it.
and
Fetch
secrets.
Children of the Cloud, Secrets of the Coralite Court, and Sinkhole, I guess. That's a bit suspect. I don't know. I guess fetching Children of the Clouds is all you need.
Yeah, like when children.
Shandun is also just stabilized really hard, like Edict
Oh.
plus gain 5,
Yeah, true.
which is good because this deck has
Very
not
few
a
board
ton of
interactive
early.
pieces.
Yeah, like I think unraveling of a 2-mana counter is a bit. Again, I'll use the term luxurious.
I love that term. Purple, do you think their mana base is luxurious too?
I've
How
not
so?
been a fan of Alrath the Pearl of the Sensi in like a control deck.
No, they're from the Forest Heart. They're gonna tap this thing and use it to investigate.
I mean, I really liked Rather in some of the games I had with Esper control, but it's just kind of low cost, and you need land names for heart, so
Yeah, and also Chandrine's command fetching a lot of sideboard cards like Spell Pierce. Although if you're spending 3+1 on Spell Pierce, then yeah, and Nature's Claim, which is actually the thing that you're trying to fetch here.
And another
Mhm.
copy of Children of the Clouds.
Yeah,
yeah. But this deck's very strong. All the interactive pieces are really just like innately powerful from the first spot. Often just like wins the game on the spot if resolves.
Yeah.
Especially because it's not like too much instant speed and chat removal. At least not that people play. People don't play Commanding Princess for some reason, even though it's a crack card.
yeah.
Mhm.
I'll give it 3 chili peppers for being a farm for its hard stack, but I don't like playing against it.
I'll give this 2 trees out of 5.
Wonderful.
But there are 4 trees in the deck, you fool.
Are there? Because I count 12. Because there's
From the-
3.
From 4 from the Forest Art was mine.
Well, yeah, but each from the Forest Heart has 3 trees.
True.
Okay.
Plus, the deck has 1 forest, and that's got to count for a
Oh
tree.
shit! When did these basics get added to the format? These fucking slap.
Oh, yeah, those.
No idea. I don't keep track of basics. I'm using the same basics all the time.
Cringe.
When did they get added? They
Wait,
checked
were these
through.
not the Theos basics? The Theos set that was submitted?
And they're
Oh no, it's a secret layer.
Yeah, one of the secret
It
layers.
was S.
I
It
gotta
was
give
SL.
them. I gotta give those a squiz.
Designers by Korikos. Wait, the basic lands are designed by Korikos? Wow.
Well, it says.
Is
That's probably just
Richard
a,
Garfield.
No, yeah, but that's quite some format history. I mean, I don't know about you, but Korikos designed the basic lands. That must be very clever of them. Like, that's such a leap of logic to design basic lands.
that's probably the secret layer submitter.
You know, it's actually
Let's move on.
Yeah, let's move
'cause,
on. So
we have Neon Blues Enchantress, but evil.
Marin
Yeah.
Polgak, Academy Harris.
This is interesting.
What does it do?
What does it win?
The Lawn Road North. What does that do?
Observer of Eons, Embodied Soul.
Oh god.
Embodied Soul. There you
No,
go.
the Lawn Road North. That thing just removes a creature every time you cast enchantment.
Kind of gross.
This is how do you even beat this thing at the creature deck once it comes down?
Kill them.
Kill.
Like, I'm not super sold on this deck, but I could see it being good. But
Also, Witch's Invocation main deck. Maybe this is finally going to be a deck where Witch's Invocation is actually good.
yeah, that would Witch's Invocation is an
So
enchantment.
many of the cards have flash already.
Good point. Huh.
Cast out
like,
feels questionable.
Bad.
I mean, Cast Out is generally an okay card. I don't know if I'd play 3, but I also wouldn't play 3 Disassociate, so or 3 Binding Stones. Or 3 Isolated Main.
Wait, why are you running so many? Yeah, you already have the Lawn Road North. You don't need more creature removal.
You do need Planeswalker removal. Because
Yeah, there's no.
I guess cast
Is
out
the-
does hit walkers, yeah.
Yeah, but
I think the Planeswalker removal is beating the opponent and beating it up. I guess.
with what?
Also, isolated turns off walkers.
Yeah, like
with
I don't
Embodied Soul,
know.
I guess.
oh, I guess that works.
This deck is strange.
I have a hard time visualizing how this wins.
Yeah, that's my
Like-
gripe with it.
It doesn't lose for a while, but then like you don't have card draw. I guess Mirren eventually wins, maybe.
This kind of just loses to any non-on-board win condition.
Yeah, this just loses. The problem is that because so many of the cards are dedicated to blowing stuff up on board, if you go up against a deck with like, I don't know,
Thunder
if
Road.
you go up against like Burn, spell-based Burn, you're kind of screwed because it's just, I don't really care too much about my stuff going away because I'm beating you to death immediately. And I think the lack of card draw is the key thing, really.
Yeah.
There's not really any card draw. Like the close, like Witch's Invocation cantrips, you can cycle cast out.
If the-
Marin Polgak can make copies of your enchantments, but
If the format had actual like enchantress effects, this would maybe be better. But as it stands, this is just questionable, I feel.
Yeah. Anyways, do I give it 1 chili pepper for being a mess, or 3 chili peppers for being sort of creative, but still a mess?
I give it 2 chili peppers for the number of brain cells I'm rubbing together trying to figure it out.
You know what?
Yeah.
I agree with you. I'll give it 2 chili peppers.
this gets 3 roads out of 5.
How long are they?
Very.
The heart of this rune is in the far frozen Dellen. Who will brave the cold with me and seek an end to this war? So probably pretty long.
Gotta be pretty long. I mean, it's far.
Yeah.
Pretty far.
So
man.
moving on, Purplemurasaki is done wildlife.
Purplemurasaki jump scare.
I mean, honestly,
The left thing I
that wouldn't be like that'd probably actually be a thing because you're just playing a GP and then you suddenly run up against the Purplemurasaki deck, and then
Purplemurasaki jump scare.
I mean, to be fair, this deck isn't that scary. I mean, it's Wildlife Sketches is pod, but I forgot it was pod like halfway through building the deck, so I only like kind of abuse it being pod.
It's 1 pod per turn.
I mean, pod was also 1 pod per turn
well,
most of the time.
In formats without extremely fucked up cards.
or
Yeah.
in this format, or at least it used to be in this format, that you could pod like I don't know, 6 times per turn. Was it 6 times at the?
That's Eldritch Evolution. That's different.
Okay, fine, but still kind of potty.
I remember back in Canon Standard when you had Prime Speaker Vanifire, along with you just got an untap bunch. It might have been like it wasn't Standard. It was
Pioneer.
yeah, I think it was just Pioneer where you had Prime Speaker Vanifire with Corridor Monitor and Hyrax Tower Scout and Nightmare Shepherd. You just got a pod a bunch in one
This-
card.
This reminds me of a Legacy Cube deck, but like not in a bad way.
It's running 2 Pronouncer Preserves. Are you just playing Pronouncer in every single deck now, Purple?
Well, there's like so few good John 2-drops. And I also need them to be sackable to Neo Morwong, because the deck is kind of built around it. That card.
Yeah, Nyumong seems pretty good.
Where like the sack mode is really good. I played against it and it made me sack a glitch. So that was really good. Reasonably fast clock. The guard mode is actually really efficient, which is surprising. It's Spectropological Fiend Emissary. another
Right.
one.
Profane Answer got a lot better because it can fetch 3-cost demons now.
This
Nemo Wonka.
this deck does seem like positioned to take advantage of the God activate.
Yeah, and then you have a lot of
Mhm.
dorks. Seeker Untouched Beauty you can sack to Sketches or Nemo Wong.
No Twisted Masterwork to combo with the Seekers.
I just don't have enough green creatures in the deck, like just Seeker and Pronouncer.
I mean, Howling
And
Devastator is,
Devastator.
yeah, I mean, that's a decent target, but yeah, I guess I see what you mean.
Like Seeker chump a thing and then get it back with Moang later. Just probably good enough.
Yeah, and just in general, you have a lot of ways to spend your mana dork mana, as well as Seeker mana and stuff with like Velda, Shiho, Nemo Wong.
Oh shit, baby scale bruiser.
Oh yeah, that was the card I was thinking of running an 8 sack
Maybe.
before realizing that I don't have enough creatures in the deck reliably.
Oh shit, charming
Mm.
marauder.
Oh yeah, that's
Oh,
the
yeah.
card that actually ran in 8 sack because it didn't die to
Look at
Twisted
that
Masterwork.
dude.
Charming Rada with 7 white sources total.
Look at that dude.
I mean, you're
Look at
never
that
reciting
dude.
it. You're just using it as a bigger, fatter
Yeah.
Reclamation
It's
Sage.
it's Rex Sage that you can sometimes cast again.
Well, no, it's Rex Sage that survives Twisted Masterwork.
I mean, just has +1/+1,
Yeah.
so which is nice.
Become
Yeah, for
immersed.
For Become Immersed.
Yeah.
Immersed is so fucked up in this deck. Holy shit.
um,
Yeah.
So yeah, for Become Immersed. I would hate to be a
Also-
burn opponent.
I'm really curious how Kaizo Show plays, especially in this deck, because you can like, I think the other decks had this combination too, but like you can like 5 mana Shiho Demigod and then play Kaizo and then phase it out, and then untap, play land, and then God Shiho.
Does that do anything?
Well, you
Protects-
protect Shiho on the opponent's turn.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Also, Kaizo
Kaijo is like
fades out legendary lands, which is funky.
It does.
they're also just like an overstated beater that can sometimes randomly get insane value against some decks.
Yeah, Rex Planeswalker is pretty hard.
Mhm.
Yeah. I like this deck. I don't know if it's like super duper good. It's clearly like at least good, but I haven't played with basically any of these cards. So
Okay, I'll give it 4 chili peppers, which is actually a surprise because I usually give Purplemurasaki decks 5 chili peppers. But actually, like, well left sketches doing the pod thing. Yeah, that's enough 2 boxing for me to get 5 chili peppers.
even though I forgot his pod like halfway through, I did actually realize the pod isn't like there's a probably really good actual like pod deck, like Nileo pod deck in the format, but it needs selective breeding because you can like turn Kitchen Finks into Malira.
Or you can turn
Kind of.
Ancestral Council into. Ancestral Council plus well left sketches. Do they go in the same deck?
I don't think so.
Probably not. Actually, yeah,
Okay.
you could. But
I think it would be a Malira pod style deck where you just started playing a mid range game until you just win out of nowhere.
I mean, that's what Dreamsight 8 sack was like too.
Yeah, true.
but
Different colors. I don't know.
Yeah.
I hate building around selective breeding, so I scrapped the deck.
Okay.
Scrap that from the deck.
RickyRister's blue green Toho Treble.
This gets 3 plants out of 5.
See now we have 8. Well, we have 2 more Toho cards in the format, so I get to increase the whole Toho count deck by 8.
Well, I really like the Chart the Vast art.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah.
I can't.
Deck's not bad. It's a good deck.
What in the-
Good deck out of 10.
So like the main change I made here was I mainboarded 1 stand unassailable because I kept losing because I couldn't stabilize after I've already stabilized, if you know what I mean.
Oh yeah,
When they like get over the
Uh,
you stabilize, then they go over the hump a little bit.
No,
are you having PTSD from like me pointing glitch at your face, being like Thunder Road to you, next turn glitch your face?
I mean, yeah. During that league game where basically I had the board locked down, but purple could just kill me with Thunder Road, so I was just spending the entire game, or spending basically all my mana trying to dig for a sacrificial bowl, and then realizing that sack bowl can't actually give me enough life because there's not enough lands to exile.
That's like the best thing about 5 color good stuff is that you just point Thunder Road face like 90% of the time. It just like always works.
Zap.
Oh yeah, by the way, if I win this GP again with this deck, I already have Toho art lined up for Primal Resurgence. So yeah, this is my motivation for winning the GP. With
You
this
gotta
time.
get something with fuck, I'll remember the name later.
I mean, if I do manage to get the 4 Pete, then I don't know what to say other than, man, I'm getting really good top decks, a bunch of GPs in a row.
Built different.
You say get good nerds.
Yeah, just play decks that get that top deck, or play decks that are really good when you top deck well, like Dreamsight, where if you top deck Dreamsight, then you win. And this deck, where if you top deck Leyran Alpha a bunch, I guess, or if you top deck Chart the Vast into...
When you don't need to top deck well.
We should probably move on.
Okay, yeah. Anyways, I'm giving myself 5 chili peppers because I'm always gonna be on video.
I'm giving you 3 chili peppers for
Oh boy,
This gets-
scribbles on.
This gets 2 chili peppers.
What'd you rate this
Johnny's
thing?
cycling.
This feels like a standard deck. Looking at it real fast.
What do you mean by
It
that?
does.
Like these cards are just like all kind of underpowered. I guess Circling Predators is maybe good,
What's the story?
probably.
Circling Predators is what's the fucking one from Ikoria? Zenith Flare. It's like Zenith Flared sorta, and then Almari's
Bit of
Grandeur.
wrath.
Then Almari's Grandeur lets you just like re-buy some of the big guys that you cycled later on.
So
It's-
what's the point of a Johnny in this deck?
He untaps lands so you have mana to cycle.
But why do you want to cycle?
Because you're playing cycling payoffs, I guess.
Why are you playing a Giant and tap lands instead of
Me.
literally anything else that actually makes better that actually has better mana efficiency when it comes to tappy lands?
Because he's a big friendly cat man.
Well, that's what you think.
That's a good argument.
I can't believe they dipped my mana Johnny in the fryer oil. Can't believe this. Can't have shit in the turf.
They did.
Wait, so
They-
does that mean that Punch-Out happens before Dominaria United?
Pangcho happens after Domination United.
Ah, I see. We already
Johnny
know.
Enlightened is referring to him being enlightened by you know.
Is
what?
circling predators really that good?
No.
Like, it's not Zenith Flare. It's not Zenith. It's not even Zenith Flare because it's each creature.
I completely misread it. Never mind.
Like, Zenith Flare is good because you can cycle, blah, 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 and boom, dome you for 10.
I mean,
Card doesn't do that.
if it was just like deal 6 to each creature, I think some decks would play that.
With this deck, like, are you really playing a board right at the
Like-
payoff?
Yeah, that's a bit good question.
Okay, so after you wipe the board, how do you win? Calamari Dragon.
Calamari Dragon off of Grandeur, I suppose. This deck is interesting, but seems a little bit on the slow side.
Yeah. Key block is interesting. I guess it's a good counter spell to have.
Mana Tithe Moment.
That's actually it's Quench.
This is a certified mana tithe moment.
And
This gets
I don't know. I'll give it like 2 chili peppers because I don't really like what's being done here.
Wait,
I give it
it
3
has-
chili peppers because I want to see it.
Hold on, it has Shang Jun's command in sideboard and only one drop main.
Oh. But there's a bunch of
It also has 2 Children of the Cloud, so you bring both of those in. I guess.
Oh, okay, and Trian.
absolutely
Okay.
mega.
Shanjun's command
This-
sideboard package. You love to see it.
There's also Glimmerbark Treant if you
That
want
card's
to
not
get
bad.
that.
And Bark's Inspiring Archvillain. That one's suspect, I think.
This gets 4 big Catmans out of 5.
well, you think they're Catmans, but they're actually robot cats.
Robot Catmans.
Still a Catman in my heart, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, we have Splash Cats, Hidsters, Dawson, Midrange.
Hey, look, another shithole deck.
Ooh, Weeping Lotus in a normal deck. Spicy.
I mean, it's
I
just
like
2 mana
it.
ramp, right? It's like Pronouncer Preserves if it happened every turn.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of it.
Weeping Lotus good.
Weeping Lotus is probably underplayed, to be honest.
Yeah, it's like
Super
Pronouncer
underplayed.
that got underplayed, so it's time for Weeping Ellis to see play in every deck now.
It just sort of, if you want to go big, it just sort of does it for you.
I think there's not I think we're at the point of the format where there's a low enough amount of artifact removal that you can get away with it.
Well, no, even it's pretty good against artifact removal too, because you get on unstep. So if they kill the Lotus, you're fine.
Yeah, it's like, at worst, it's 2 mana ramp 1.
Like they
Well, I
split
mean,
down-
if instant speed removal though.
Are they really holding that up for Lotus? If you do that, I think you're happy.
You play it on
Fine,
2
right?
and just move to end step.
It's 5 man. Well, even if you play at main phase 2, there's a priority before moving to end.
Yeah, but like they just wasted when
You
their
check priority before moving.
but then they just wasted
phases.
their artifact removal on Weeping Lotus.
Is it wasting your artifact removal?
Well, if they didn't have it in
it's
hand
like
exactly at
5
that time,
mana?
then it's really bad for them. So
I mean, yeah, if you have instant speed artifact removal that you need to cost 1, otherwise you need it to be on the play. Need to be on the play to get Weeping Lotus, then sure. But like that's fairly specific as far as artifact removal goes.
If Relic Corrosion starts
Hmm.
seeing play, this Weeping Lotus becomes bad.
if
Probably
Yeah,
about
I
it.
think
Yeah.
Relic Corrosion should be
no.
more
The thing
popular
about
than
that
it is.
The thing about Relic Corrosion is that this is the only artifact orange gem in the entire deck.
Yeah, true.
I guess besides clues, but
Yeah, it's the question of
Well-
do you want to side in for this one card?
Well, they also have a bunch of enchantments
yeah.
in the board, but that's besides the point.
This deck doesn't seem bad.
Yeah.
I'd say
Yeah,
this deck is
it's-
pretty solid. It's not exciting, but
Hey, the Weeping Lotus
Also
help you ramp up for Shiho
yeah, I think that's the idea.
and gives you fuel for Dawson, I guess.
New-ish. A fresh coat of paint on Mardu mid.
Yeah.
Also, Dawson without basically any artifacts is kind of weird.
Weeping Lotus.
I mean, sure, but like,
This gets 1 Weeping Lotus out of 5.
Weeping Lotus and Prying Inquiry, and
It's
about it.
it's Dawson mid range.
it's Dawson mid range.
Okay,
Um,
moving on.
It's hard to get excited for Mardu mid range featuring Dawson at this point. I'll admit it. So
Well, guess
Oh,
what?
boy.
seen it a
Next
lot.
up,
another red black mid range.
Whoa.
It's another Chiho deck.
actually it's a time spread plus Hassle Maneuver deck too.
Monkey.
I've seen this before.
Wait, it's 24 Rattlers now.
Like the-
Oh
I
shit!
think
The
this is
Flames
slightly
approach. Never mind.
changed.
This deck whips.
This is slightly
Oh,
changed from
Flames
what
approach.
Gyno Poet is on.
Okay.
It's
and
not
this
playing
deck is
Lucian.
also making a statement. Lucian belongs in the garbage.
I don't think people have been playing Lucian. I don't know what that statement.
Excuse
Lucian the
is,
Grifter is a pretty popular card.
Yeah, there's what 4 in the GP. Four decks playing Lucian.
I feel like that's a way above average on the Lucian count, though.
Yeah, definitely.
No, I think I've always seen Lucian as a popular card like that.
I really like him. I just like he just doesn't seem popular to me. I don't know.
So like, do we have
Maybe
any?
just because black red mid range got super popular like in between GPs.
Mm. I mean, it got big pretty much after Wizardness.
Monkey.
Yeah, this gets
2 chili peppers because I still like the deck. Wait, did I give the other guys 3 chili peppers instead? Let me check. Yeah, why is this thing on 3 chili peppers? Let's go back to 2. Let's see.
I know this gets 1
Okay,
black
yeah.
red mid range